What's up, guys and gals? Iceman here. Welcome to Meditations. Appreciate you all for coming by. Like this video if you will, subscribe to the page, and swat that bell so you're notified next time I post a video. So, I decided to make this video on the top things you're wasting your money on, because I've noticed a lot of people do this stuff, and to an extent, I did it as well. When I was a late teenager, as crazy as that sounds, I did it back then when I was like 18, 19 years old. And I must have learned quickly. I learned from watching my parents and how they would spend a lot of money, kind of buy shit they didn't need. My dad would always have these extravagant boats, take us out on the lake, this and that. And boats are money pits. You know, they're also stress pits, apparently, as well. Because every fucking time we'd go out, he'd be bitching, complaining, hurting himself. I'd be like, why the fuck would I ever want one of these? But, I mean, not to talk down on him. It's just, they might have been, maybe he could have found a better hobby. I don't know. But it just seems stressful as hell. You know, you guys ever see those videos of people out on the boats and just taping those who are coming in on the docks, and just how crazy and chaotic that is? It's like, why would I invite that into my life? Got enough fucking bullshit to deal with. But I mean, some folks, it's worth it, I guess. And that was probably his perception on it, you know what I mean? And obviously he was trying to please his kids, so can't blame him for that. But I'm just saying, they seem kind of stressful to me. Number one on this list: cars, vehicles, SUVs. The dumbest fucking thing you can blow a lot of money on or buy with money that you don't have. You take out a damn car loan, you go to the car dealership. It's just always on their mind. It's like most customers, they buy a car with money they don't have. You know, they have payments and shit. And I know I told the story before, but when I was 18, 19 years old, I can't remember, 20 years old, I think is what it was. My dad took me out to a new car dealership and offered to buy me a fucking car. You know, it was very generous of him. But I guess I was like, why would I need a new car when I got this Subaru that's 10 years old? But I mean, it drives just fine, you know? And I mean, I was close to accepting the offer. But I thought better of it, and I was like, I don't know. I mean, then I might have to pay the payments later, and how much does this fucking thing cost? This is $30,000 or something, you know, and back then that was a lot of money. I mean, it still is, but it was even, you know, it was worse then. So I declined the offer, and I never went back since. I mean, the car would have been a piece of shit by now. It would have lost most of its value in the first 10 years. I mean, we were looking at like a Ford Focus or something, and a Chevy Impala or something like that. I can't remember. Chevy Cobalt is what it was. But yeah, I think that would have been a really, really bad thing for me to get familiar with, is driving around a new ass car. You know, who knows what that would have led to? I probably would have always thought I just need a new car, which is, I mean, it's just something people blow so much fucking money on, and they're deplenishing assets, you know, as I was saying, depleting assets. The second you pull the damn thing out of the lot, it loses a percentage of its value. And it just keeps going down from there. And you have to find the sweet spots. And that's what I did. Like right now, for example, I have two Toyotas. I drive one and my wife drives one. And we both switch around sometimes and drive the other, this and that. They're SUVs. They're V8s. They suck a lot of gas, but they are reliable as hell. I have great engines, great transmissions. Both of our units have 250,000 plus miles on them, or 240 plus thousand miles on them each. All right, and these things drive like they're new. They shift smooth. They drive seamlessly, man. These drive better than all the new plastic shit. I mean, that's the thing is with the new cars, it's all a bunch of plastic garbage anyway. And all this hybrid bullshit, all these big ass batteries, all these electronics, you can't open up the hood without being bombarded with fucking jack-in-the-box electronics. It's just unbelievable. So it's a really, really, really bad idea, and it's really dumb to buy a new car, unless if you're rich and you have like the cash to do it and then excessive amounts of more cash, and you just know you're just spoiling yourself. If you have to buy it with credit, it's a really bad move. You're going to be committed to paying these big ass payments for who knows how long. Now, I bought these cars. I bought one of them about 5 years ago, 2005, one of the Sequoias. And it was $5,500, and I've been saving money. It's just what I do. I save, I preserve, I prepare for a fucking storm or a shortage or a flu or whatever the fuck they're going to do. I've always been like that, just self-preserving. I've always valued freedom. And that's, I think, why these lists are important, why making videos like this are important. Because what do you value in life? I mean, I don't want to have to go kiss some other man's ass for a job. I definitely don't want my wife to have to do that. We know how that generally ends. I mean, look at the divorce rate and look who usually initiates the divorces. You think it's a good impression on your woman if she has to go and kiss some other man's ass every day because you can't supply for her? You know what I'm saying? Like, she can supply too, but I mean, there's plenty of stuff to do around the house and business from the house. You can have your own business, and so can she. You know what I mean? But if either of you have to go kiss another man's ass, I mean, it's just a recipe for disaster, especially if the lady does. So, I mean, if you got to do it, I mean, it's one thing. I mean, we need these cogs to keep spinning. We need the lawyers, we need the doctors, we need the surgeons. I guess, there's a lot of fields that we need to work in where you got to go working for somebody else, engineers and all that shit. I just know I don't want to do it, and I'd rather be chilling at home, and have income coming in from just the shit that I'm doing. So that's what I've been doing for 12 plus years at this point. I haven't had a real job in 12 plus years. I don't think I ever worked 40 hours a week for a job back when I had them. I was always just some part-time worker, and I was like, fuck this. I was like, I'm not going to spread myself thin at all. Fuck that. I'd rather ride a bike. I'm not going to buy a new car. Hell no. I'm not going to get a credit card, all this other bullshit. It's like, I want to get out of this mess. I was just, all you got to do is look around. You see these people are busting their ass, kissing some other guy's ass all day, kissing his ass at retail. Oh, okay, boss. Yeah, okay, boss. I can do it. Yeah, boss. Oh, boss, can I have a day off? Like, what the hell would you want to do that for? I mean, I'm glad there's folks that do that because we need them. We need the workforce. We need the folks to keep the cogs spinning. But this is kind of my perspective on what I want in life. And I think it could be beneficial to some people. So, yeah, the car thing. Buy used. Do your research. Buy the Japanese ones. All right. Don't buy a fucking Ford or Chevy. The new ones are worse. You'd be better off buying a 2000 whatever. But you see what I'm saying? So, and I think the sweet spot right now is early 2000s Toyotas or Hondas. You know what I mean? I think Toyotas are the best, and Lexus is right up there with them because they're Toyota's luxury line. So if you buy some shit like that, just do your research. Look at the frames. They all have their weak points. Generally with Toyota, it's the frames. If you live in Rust Belts or whatever place with snow and shit, which is where I live, you got to treat that frame, or you gotta put oil and shit on it. You might have to get it welded a couple times. That's what I did. I got both of ours welded once. So I mean, you got to deal with that stuff. But you're gonna come out. I mean, if you play it smart, this is the best way to go by far. Don't spend 30, 40, 50 fucking dollars on some piece of plastic garbage that these manufacturers call a nice new vehicle. You know what I'm saying? This stuff is all a bunch of fucking garbage. So go on Facebook Marketplace, go on Craigslist, just go to the damn used dealerships, and you got to play it smart. You got to save up your money, get rid of your bills. You know what I mean? It's always my goal to get rid of more bills. If I'm making more money, I still get rid of more bills. You know what I mean? That's just always what I'm doing. There's one thing that I increased my bills on lately, which is a hot tub. You know what I mean? Because I got a couple boo-boos in the gym. I know I've talked about this in previous videos. I hurt myself, muscle tendon issue, this and that. So I was going to a gym, paying a membership, just using their hot tub and stuff. But, then you got to go out of your way. And then in the wintertime, you got to drive through snow. You got to drive through blizzards. You go and sit in this muck with a bunch of other people with all their disgusting bacteria. And they probably don't know how to wipe their fucking ass. So you get shit in there as well. Most of them are probably using toilet paper like a barbarian. And they don't even know what a bidet is. You know what I'm saying? So you got to run into that shit, literally and metaphorically speaking. So with that being said, I started thinking it would be a good idea to get a hot tub. Got a hot tub that's going to increase the electric intake a little bit. I bought the damn thing with cash. I was looking around at the new ones. They were about $9,000 or $10,000. I was thinking about buying one. Now, there's no way in fuck I was going to finance it. I was going to spend cash on the damn thing. But then I was like, wait a second, Iceman, you're a frugal motherfucker, right? Why don't you look in the used market? So I found some guy in my town who had one listed for $200. He just listed the damn thing. Some old guy who had a lot of money, lived by a damn lake, you know what I mean? And he was just looking to get rid of stuff and get a new hot tub. They had that thing for 20 years. And I look at it, it's running, it's hot as hell, it's bubbling up. I'm like, okay, $200, I'm going to risk it, So I got some help moving it, put it in my yard. And there you have it. It's up and running now. And I started to realize how simple these things actually are. They're a bunch of fiberglass, which doesn't go bad. And they got a pump and they got like a circuit board or some shit with a heat element on it. They already replaced the pump 2 years or 3 years ago. There's even a date on the damn thing. The circuit board is going to cost $100 if that goes out. I think they already replaced that once anyway. So, I mean, you just have money to the side to fix the damn thing if you need to. But that's something else on this list is look into the used market. Almost all of my clothes that I wear, these shorts are new and so are the fucking shirt, but these are just white t-shirts, Buy these on Amazon or wherever else, your local clothes store. Just a pack of Hanes or Fruit of the Loom t-shirts, just white t-shirts. That's just what I buy. You can buy them black as well. I wear this shit all the time. But buy used. You could go to thrift stores and buy t-shirts and hoodies, whatever, for like $4 or $5. Why would you go and spend 50, 60, 70 bucks on a fucking hoodie when you can get, there's so much margin on this shit. All that shit's made in sweatshops or whatever. These folks are making bank on this shit overseas. But you can just, there's an abundance of used shit, because people like to wear the most flashy recent stuff. So you find great quality clothing at thrift stores, Goodwill, even wherever the hell else. A lot of these manufacturers are going to try to make it illegal to sell their fucking clothing used because they know that if they can get rid of the used market, they can keep their prices high. But I guess that's some other shit to worry about later, and all the more reason for you to stock up now on used clothes if you need it. All right. So, buy used clothes. I mean, I buy my boxers, I buy those new, obviously. I buy the socks new. But shirts, pants, shorts, jackets. I mean, I buy all that shit used. I bought maybe 1 or 2 nice new jackets recently. Shoes I'll buy new occasionally. I got a couple new pairs of shoes. But when it comes to that stuff, I mean, get it used, man. Go to the thrift stores. And look at other things used as well, like the hot tub, for example. I mean, there are some things that I like to always buy new. This laptop, for example, I just bought this a couple months ago, or 1 month ago, a MacBook Air M3. Very nice unit. It was $899 at Worst Buy. So I went over there and I bought it. And I'm pretty pleased with it. But there are some, I spoil myself sometimes. And I also have this home theater that I wasted a ton of fucking money on that I never use. All that, the movies now, all the movies are just a bunch of woke, subliminal messaging garbage. So it's hard for me to enjoy any of that stuff. But nonetheless, I have that. Yeah, was that a mistake? Probably. But I bought it all with cash. You know what I mean? Another big thing that I can't believe I got to talk about this shit. That so many people do this, but credit cards. And interest. Why the fuck would you get those? I got one credit card one time in my life. I was 25 years old or something, 24 years old maybe. And it was the Worst Buy credit card at Best Buy. And they had the 18 months no interest financing. I was like, oh, no interest. I didn't even pay interest on the damn thing. And I still realized how stupid it is. So I bought the TV. They were like, yeah, buy it with no interest for 18 months. I was like, okay. So I bought it with no interest 18 months. A couple months in, I'm like, I still got to pay for this fucking thing. Did I really need this TV? You know what I mean? Just bills suck. I mean, so get rid of as many bills as possible, especially the interest ones. But don't buy stuff with money you don't have, man. And you could say, well, Iceman, I need a credit card to build up my credit. Why do you need credit? Don't buy a new car. Just buy shit with cash. But I agree with you to an extent. You do need credit to get a house. That's what I had to do. So I actually did get another credit card in preparation of buying my house. So I did build up my credit. I paid it off every month. I would never leverage the shit out. I just paid it off every time I had a statement. Pay it, just to build up the credit so you could buy the house. All right, that's the only thing I would ever recommend using a credit card for, is to build up your credit so you could buy a damn house. And the house is the only thing that I would ever recommend buying with credit at all. You know, so nothing else should go on credit, just the damn house, because we need a house and it sucks renting. And at least your house is kind of an asset, you know what I mean? And they probably will go up in value over time. And at least you can sell the damn thing when you're done with it or when you move, you know what I mean? Rent is such a ripoff, and that's another thing on this list is rent. Just do what you can to save up, to build your credit, and get a house of your own as soon as possible. And shop right, shop under your means. When the bank approves you of, oh, you have $300,000 approval, go and buy a fucking house for $150,000, right? Don't just get the top of whatever the hell you're approved for. Shop smart, buy something smaller. You got to shop under your means. And that's what this shit is all about. It's about living under your means. I mean, I don't want to have to wake up and know that I got shit that's looming. You know what I mean? Like, I got to pay for this. I got to still pay these bills, or I got to go to work today. You know what I mean? If I don't go to work, I'm going to get fired. I'm going to lose my fucking house and my wife and everything else, and probably my other wives too. Well, some of them anyway. I'm sure a couple of them would stay. But you see what I'm saying? You're setting yourself up for failure and trouble when you live like paper thin on your means. All right, so you got to always live under your means. It should be a goal. You should write this shit down, that when you make more money, and as you're making more money, you're going to what's the word for, I can't think of the word, simultaneously get rid of more bills. All right, as the money goes up, make the bills go down. So no subscriptions, no Netflix, Amazon woke bullshit, none of that garbage. No subscriptions. The only subscription you should have is a membership on my YouTube channels and patronage. All right, become a patron and to support Professor Ice Deck, and I'll keep talking to you guys. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying I'm that special, but I think that's a good investment. Invest in being a patron, so you can watch the videos and shit, and we can talk. You know what I mean? But those are the only good subscriptions you should have. Everything else, get rid of all that fucking bullshit. Number 4 on the list, I know I'm mixing around here, but coffee, convenience foods. When I was a teenager, I would go out to eat when I had a job, and I'd be blowing $20-$30 a pop, going to restaurants a couple days a week, and my money was at a standstill. I remember I had like $4,000 in the bank or something, and this was in the old days. It's not that bad for a kid. I was like 19 years old, but I just remember that $4,000 just like wasn't even moving. I was like, what the fuck? I'm living with my parents still. I was living with my parents until I was like 20 years old, I think, or 19 and a half or something is when I moved out. But you see what I'm saying? It was like at a standstill. I don't even have any bills. What the fuck? Because I realized I was spending it on going out to eat. You tip them, you buy the burger, you buy the shake. Especially if you guys are into alcohol. I mean, I would recommend never drinking alcohol, but some of you guys are into that shit. Try to get away from it if you are. This shit's expensive for one, but it also taxes your body and health and mind even more so. But you see what I'm saying? So I want to end this video before it's 20 minutes long, so I don't want to go on too much. But yeah, that's a big one. The going out to eat, buy coffee at home, buy the grounds, the big cheap grounds. Then you can use the coffee. You don't go blow it at, the big corporations or whatever. Spend $4 or $5 on a coffee is just ridiculous. That shit really adds up. Don't go out to eat. Make your own stuff. Go to the grocery store. Prepare your meals. If you don't have wives or whatever like me to build your meals, prepare them. Boil a bunch of eggs, put them in a fucking thing, get a tuna, eat it out of the can with a fork. Those things are like $1. All right, you're getting a lunch for like $1 if you eat a tuna and then you have like a banana or something. So, I mean, those are some ideas, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace be with you.